Roshni Dhar. Welcome to Medical Dialogues, daily dose of health and medical news. Let's look at today's top health news. NEET 2021 cannot be cancelled for instances of impersonation, paper leak. Supreme Court says no to re-exam. Gangaram Hospital gets show cause notice for alleged violation of EWS norms. Patient dies post-appendix operation. Consumer Court slaps hospital and surgeon. Kiran Mazumdar-Shah reported to media on the Pandora Papers leak. Jharkhand announces faculty recruitment for 5 medical colleges to fulfill NMC criteria. Opining the instances of impersonation and paper leakage cannot be reason enough for cancelling the NEET 2021 examination. The Supreme Court has dismissed a plea by a candidate who had sought a reconduction of the exam, claiming that there were instances of malpractices in the previous one. The top court bench, comprising of Justice L. Nageswara Rao and B.R. Gawai, warned that petitioner of imposing cost and said, instances of impersonation and paper leakage cannot be to the detriment to the lakhs of students who have appeared for the exam. NEET examination was held on September 12 this year, and the examination was followed by news related to paper leak and impersonation. In fact, the Jaipur police had nabbed a candidate for cheating in the exam and the invigilator for leaking the paper via WhatsApp. The CBI has also registered a FIR against owner of an institution in Nagpur and Maharashtra, where proxy candidates were being used for enabling actual students to qualify the entrance examination. On this case, Justice Rao said, "We are not discounting the allegations, but how can 5 FIRs affect the exams taken by lakhs of students? You know that the court will not cancel the exam in which 7.5 lakh people have taken the exam. This exam was conducted nationally and not locally." Initially, the bench proposed to dismiss the petition with Rs 5 lakh cost and directed that the amount be collected from the counsel for the petitioner for advising to file such a petition. The counsel requested the court to not impose the cost. However, when the counsel further prayed before the court for dismissal of costs, the bench observed, "Cost will not be imposed, but we'll remember you. Next time there is such a case, we'll definitely impose cost on you." The Delhi government has issued a show cause notice to a leading private hospital over alleged violation of some of the norms laid out for treatment of patients in the category of EWS. However, Sir Gangaram Hospital officials said the allegations in the notice were not true. The hospital authorities are replying to the issues raised and hope that misunderstanding should be resolved soon. The notice was sent recently after complaints by patients in the EWS were allegedly not being admitted at the well-known hospital in central Delhi, even when reserved beds were lying vacant. The notice was issued after the DGHS allegedly found that the hospital's replies to their questions were not satisfactory. The Delhi DGHS invoked clause 14.1 of the schedule appended to Rule 14 of Delhi Nursing Home Registration Amendment Rules 2011. Meanwhile, AAP MLA Vishesh Ravi, in a statement, claimed that he had been pursuing the matter with the Delhi DGHS for a long time, writing letters on what be alleged was violation of the EWS norms by the hospital. The State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission Gujarat has held a surgeon and hospital guilty of medical negligence for the death of a 16-year-old girl who had been admitted to the hospital for the removal of the appendix and died after the operation. Both the doctor and the hospital have been directed to pay Rs 4 lakh as compensation to the father of the dead patient, after the commission noted that the inquest report showed that pus was found in the right side of the stomach, whereas in the case of ruptured appendix, the treating doctor is required to remove pus from the abdomen area. It has been submitted by the complainant that after examining the patient, the treating surgeon at the hospital performed the appendix operation on 2nd December 2010 and assured that the operation was done well and the patient would regain consciousness soon. However, allegedly, even after a long time after operation, the patient did not regain consciousness and consequently, the doctor declared her to be dead. Thus, alleging gross medical negligence on the part of the doctor, the complainant approached the District Consumer Court and prayed for Rs 5 lakh as compensation. However, the District Commission had dismissed the complaint and being aggrieved by the same, the complainant approached the State Commission. The counsel appearing for the complainant submitted before the Commission that it was a case of res ipsa loquitur. The counsel appearing for the doctor and the hospital, on the other hand, argued that the doctor had taken all the precautions and required care at the time of performing the operation. After referring to several Supreme Court judgments to decide the amount of compensation, the Commission directed the doctor and the hospital to pay Rs 4 lakh as compensation to the complainant. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw on Monday reported to media on the Pandora paper leak that have wrongly implicated her husband's offshore trust and termed the organization as bona fide and legitimate. The industry veteran noted that both she and her husband are law-abiding citizens. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, which involved the BBC and the Guardian newspaper in the UK and the Indian Express in India among 150 media outlets in its investigation, claims it obtained a trove of more than 11.9 million confidential files to find secret financial dealings of many super-rich. The Pandora paper are a follow-up to a similar project released in 2016 called the Panama Papers, compiled by the same journalistic group. As paper unfolds, media reports have now disclosed names of various prominent Indians including Anil Ambani, Jackie Shroff, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw and Sachin Tendulkar. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw has been named featuring in the subsequent media reports on Pandora paper leak. The chairperson of Biocon soon to Twitter and responded, "No Indian residents hold the key to the trust as alleged in these stories. Glentech is a registered entity in Mauritius disclosed to both RBI and SEBI. When Biocon went public in 2004, Glentech's shareholding in Biocon was disclosed and this information continues to be in the public domain. Glentech holds 19.76% of Biocon Limited as per the latest disclosures to the stock exchanges. Glentech is a bona fide offshore company whose income from India largely consists of tax-paid dividends received from Biocon Limited." Mazumdar-Shaw further said, "Both John Shaw and I are neither trustees nor settlers nor beneficiaries of this trust. Beneficiaries of this trust who are family members are foreign nationals and non-resident Indians. These are completely baseless accusations. Both John Shaw and I are law-abiding citizens and have always been in compliance with all the applicable regulations." In an attempt to ramp up the infrastructure at the medical colleges in Jharkhand, the State Health and Family Welfare Department has decided to recruit a total number of 169 teaching faculties in 5 medical colleges of the state. These contractual posts include at least 86 professors and 83 assistant professors who will be added to given medical colleges in the state. It has been notified by the government that these posts, recruited on a contractual basis for 2 years, will be filled through a walk-in interviews. As per the notification, the Rajendra Institute of Medical Science Ranchi has been set as a destination for the walk-in interview for the 169 posts, and it would be held on October 9 and 10. These vacancies have been made for around 23 departments, and the posts include reservation for ST, SC and backward caste categories as per the government norms.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe and press the bell icon.